It's always tough when you have big shoes to fill, and that's exactly what the new Activa E is here to do. Alongside, we also have the QC1, which is the more pocket-friendly option. And today we are here to answer the question whether the Activa E lives up to its legendary name and what the QC1 is all about. So first off, while these scooters do look very identical to each other, there are quite a lot of differences between the Activa E and the QC1. Starting off with, the Activa E gets two removable batteries that you can charge at swapping stations, whereas the QC1 gets a fixed battery module so you can charge it at home. In terms of performance, as expected from Honda, both of these scooters are really smooth to ride. They have good throttle calibration, they are well built, and they feel really nice. Coming to another point, this scooter here, while it is smooth and nice to ride, it is really slow. So this has a top speed of only 50 kilometers per hour, and that makes it ideal only for runs of 2-3 kilometers near your house when you need to go get groceries. On the other hand, the Activa E has a top speed of around 80 kilometers per hour, which does make it very usable in the city when you need to make quicker overtakes or even take it out on the highway for a few runs. The Activa E with its two removable batteries gets a range of around 102 kilometers. On the other hand, the QC1 with its fixed battery module delivers a range of around 80 kilometers. Now both of these are fairly decent ranges for your daily commuting, although there is a different situation on both ends. You can get the QC1 charged at your house in the convenience of your own home.
On the other hand, for the Activa E, you have to rely on the eSwap charging stations from Honda,
which are currently only available in Mumbai, Bangalore and Delhi. Most people buy scooters for the convenience that they offer, and that means that they need to have a good amount of storage space. But in the Activa E, because of the removable batteries, unfortunately the storage space at the rear is very small. You can just fit in a couple of items at the rear. Whereas in the QC1, with the fixed battery, you do have quite a decent amount of storage space. In the front, you can fit a half-face helmet, and the rear can store your charger as well. Both scooters also have storage options in the front of them. So as you can see in the Activa E, there are two really small pockets over here, which you can probably fit in just your keys and some very small items. On the other hand, in the QC1, you have this one large pocket here that can fit in your phone and both your gloves together. Both these scooters have another big difference between them. The Activa E makes use of a single-sided swing arm, and the QC1 makes use of a double-sided swing arm. The QC1 is also a very light scooter, so you can feel it as soon as you get a stride and start riding. In terms of ride quality, I feel like the QC1 is the stiffer from these two. And I also feel that has a lot to do with the fact that it is the lighter one from both of these. The Activa E has these two removable battery packs, which each of them weigh around 10 kgs. That adds a bit of weight to the scooter. So I feel when you're going over bad roads with the Activa E, it feels slightly more comfortable. That being said, both the scooters, when you put a pillion on board and ride with them, they feel comfortable at all times.
the top spec variant of the Activa E gets a 7-inch TFT display featuring Bluetooth connectivity for call alerts and navigation. The display is crisp and clean, and navigating through the menus is easy with the switchgear on the left hand side. The scooter also features a keyless system, a USB charging port and a reverse mode. The reverse mode is unique, requiring no throttle input but for a rider to press two buttons continuously and release one when they need to stop reversing. This process might just take some getting used to. The QC1 on the other hand comes equipped with a negative LCD display offering essential information at a quick glance. The QC1 misses out on advanced features like Bluetooth connectivity, and the switchgear is more simple. Although it does get a USB charger and is the more practical option from the two with its generous storage capacity.
From the side profile, both of these scooters replicate the OG ICE Activa really well. They have good build quality, smooth performance, and those are all the things we expect from a Honda. Although there is a catch. Coming to one of the most important points, pricing. Now the QC1 right here is priced at Rs 90,000, which is acceptable for an EV scooter. But the Activa E over here is priced at Rs 1,17,000 for the variant that doesn't get connectivity. For the variant with connectivity, you will have to pay around 1,51,000, which is really expensive. And then there's the catch I was talking about. So Honda say that there are two subscription modules that you have to opt for if you own the Activa E. Now, that ranges between 2,500 to 4,500 rupees every month. I have used a lot of ICE scooters in my life and I have realized that I've only filled around 1500 to 2000 rupees of petrol per month. And that brings me to the question, is owning an EV really cheaper than owning an ICE? That's some food for thought.